and welcome to Drawing with Daisy. This month we are doing Travel Doodles, which corresponds with the theme of our summer reading program here at the library. So to start off, I'm going to start off with the Eiffel Tower, just because it's such a well-known type building, especially when you think about traveling. A lot of people think about France. I know I do. So I'm just starting off with a little bit of like an acorn shape at the top, like the top of an acorn. And then we're going to go down and make an upside down rhombus right here. The Eiffel Tower has a lot of sections, and it's very big as well. I'm not gonna draw it full scale because that would take forever, and I don't have the time for that. But we're gonna make our couple of upside down rhombuses, just like that. And then the further you get down your Eiffel Tower, the like wider it becomes. So once you get down to the bottom, it really takes a stretch, especially on the legs of the tower. They really stretch out a little bit. So just try and make them pointy and shaped like that. And I'm gonna go in and define a little bit more of the shape at the top and add some lasting details, just like that. And just really kind of make it symmetrical. There's a lot of symmetry that is involved with the Eiffel Tower. And I'm gonna go ahead and shade in the top and also do some shading on the tower itself. Just gonna cast a little bit of a shadow, maybe like a 12 o'clock shadow across the entire tower, just like that. And then, once you have that done, you have got your Eiffel Tower. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to draw a camera, because of course, if you're like me, it doesn't matter where you travel, you want to take pictures. So I'm going to start with a square shape for the base of the camera, just like that. And I use a Polaroid camera a lot of the time for the pictures I take, and that is just a regular camera with a big lens and small little buttons at the top, along with a strap to keep it on your wrist or connected to your bag. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the flash button, the two little buttons you see at the side right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the lens as well. Now I'm going to color in the lens, just like that. I wanna give it a little bit of a glare and add in a couple of shapes, just like that. And also cast shading along the rim of the lens and like the surrounding area, because the lens juts outward from the actual camera itself. And I'm also going to do that and add a little bit of shading by the light and by the nozzles, or not nozzles, buttons, yeah. And then after that, I'm going to add a strap, just like that. And I'm going to clean up my lines and shade it, just like that. And then once you have that done, you have your camera. And now our last little doodle prompt for our traveling is going to be a street sign or a road sign. I have no experience traveling in planes or even out of the country, so I know a lot about road signs because that's like the only way I travel. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start off with like a police badge, acornish shape, just like that. And it's gonna be smoother in some areas and it's gonna be sharper in others. And of course, if you make a mistake, just clean up your lines. You can always erase and go back and add more or less if you'd like to. After that, we're going to separate little areas at the top, just like this. So we're going to just go ahead and trace around like that, and then add a little bit at the bottom as well. And then, after that, we're going to shade in the parts that surround our newly formed bubble areas, just like that. Once you have that done, you can add in the numbers. I'm going to go with the numbers 66 at the bottom, just like that. And at the top, I'm going to put route, or route, or whatever, however you pronounce it. Just like that. And then, of course, if you want to, you can always add your little pole, like that. Of course, you can shade it in if you want to. I always leave a white spot anytime I try and draw a pole, especially if it's metal, to give it a little bit of a highlight. And there are your completed doodles.